So we are going to see another build by Chalomar. This time it's the Stay Moist mentioned. Some of you know this plot, of course. And this one is called Druidic Enclave. There's no other description but that. I shall take us there. Also an interesting house, this one. Oh, all right. Oh, look, everybody. Oh, how wonderful. Very nice idea to change this. And all of you have noticed, of course, this is a very serious reskin of the exterior of the house. Very intriguing, yes. A lot of landscaping that happened here. A lot of landscaping. And a serious redesign of the actual house. We do see the entree is still remaining there. Which house is it? It's the Stay Moist mansion. But yeah, you have to have a second look, right? To understand which house is this? We are at 599 slots of 600. So super close to the limit, that is. Yeah, it's a serious reskin, right? You don't see the actual house. I mean, you do see the original door there. You can maybe, when I move closer, you will see, and it will ring a bell for you. But the rest of the house has just changed in every which way possible. Very, very drastic changes. And I think I was here before. um, let me think. For which was it? Was it a competition? In which competition was this house? Because I distinctly remember this house. There's a little pool behind. If we go here to the right, we see there will be a pool, and they have also changed a little bit here. We can, of course, go inside, and there's a little bit of area outside here. To do some pottery. And some painting, of course. All very softly lit and gently made. With statues here and there. Wind chimes chiming away. Look at the lighting, everybody. I hope you can see this. Just very fascinating reskin. Very nicely lit too. Oh, look at him. Hello, you. Can I boop your little beak? I'll be very gentle. Very nice idea here also with the waterfall. Yeah, such a nice transformation, right? You can, and really, every single plot you can basically do that. Because as I said in previous streams over and over again, that you're only limited by your own imagination and the slot limit, of course, to creating something new, something different, doing away with the original, making it look all different and beautiful. The interior is also really beautifully done in this house. I'm racking my brain a little bit where I've seen which competition it was that I've seen this house in. Wonderful vine work here. Also really love those vines from Southern Elsewhere. Oh, a little wisp sits here waiting. Beautiful house, everybody. There we do have the same music box as in Chalomar's previous build. This time it's active. Yeah, start with a small plot. Yeah, the insides of small plots are much easier to transform, of course, because the space is limited. But it can be a challenge, right? Trying to change something and create something new. Also, some designers just go ahead and cover up and then use the remaining space. So they only cover and you don't see the house at all, but they cover in a very good way. And then you see something built entirely new. Sometimes even very modernist, very, very much from our world, seeped into Tamriel. Beautiful. This is so beautiful. I really loved it already when I saw it the first time. Glad I can return here. Little details here, everybody. Little figurines. Nice ESO plus painting. Oh, yeah. Very good start, Toglu. You don't have to go for a 700 slot plot and try to build something grand. And of course, I absolutely understand if you have just recently migrated to EU or you want to be on both, which absolutely makes sense as well. Look, there's blueberries too. You need to you need to spend a lot of time getting all the achievements, making gold, etc. If you want to pull something magnificent off in a really large plot. So go ahead and do something small instead. Doesn't just because an apartment or a room are small spaces doesn't mean that you can't build something mind-blowing in them. This is the way. This is the way indeed. Laundry has been hung out to dry here, everyone. Lots of landscaping that happened here. Wonderful path, and I hope you see the sunflowers up there on the windows that they created. Oh. You know, Toklu, I'm just glad you're in both servers and you have actually created on both servers already. So you're leaps and bounds ahead of many others. So don't ever feel inadequate just because of that. You know, it's absolutely not the case. You do you. You create a way. You have fun doing it. And if you're satisfied, then enter into competitions and show us what you got. You know, little reminder to all of you again that on the house folio, oopsie, we do monthly themed showcases. Next month has already, well, next month, this month has already been announced. Hayden has given all the information there. So make sure to have a look around. So that is fine, absolutely fine. Also, there's no such thing as having too much fun. I mean, I have been told that having fun is forbidden in specific events, but I'm a rule breaker, if that makes sense, in these cases. And I shall say, well, I shall have fun in spite of it. There are a lot of beautiful designers on both servers, I would say. And there are also designers who do great things on both, you know, not really limited to one server. So, yeah. Yes, break rules. Go ahead. You've heard it here. You can do it. Oh, you know, I think that's a wonderful idea, Toplu. And enjoying and playing away and imagining and just being yourself, having fun. I think that's the best and a wonderful idea to being retired. Oh, hello there. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. I'm in the second build by Chalomar, and is I have seen this build, and I'm still racking my brain where I've seen this one before. I'm sure I've created a clip for this one as well, so it's definitely somewhere on my channel, on my Twitch. Beautiful. I really love this that they created a little path here along, and this is such a serious reskin. It's not just covering up the house, it's also, I hope you can see this. This is a lot of boulders, very large ones. Another pool here in the back. Beautiful choices with the trees, glorious foliage, nice druidic walls here, soft and gently showing us the way, guiding us. I will go upstairs in a moment, but I will show you the pool I was talking about. Look, everyone. What a wonderful, cozy place. You can definitely see people or someone maybe lingering here a little bit, having a bath, relaxing, unwinding. It's also wonderfully lit, really elegant. Just also such nice details here everywhere. The next theme, so this month is places of worship, yes. So any kind of church, any kind of temple, any kind of altar that you've made or that you created, you can enter that. Remember, take one screenshot and give all the information so that we can have a look around. Also, make sure you check permissions. You know, Ziladis, I'm sorry. Oh, I can't talk today. In you can definitely ask Hayden about this, and I'm sure Hayden will give you a wonderful answer that will satisfy with that. I mean, it's a Moloch bar, right? So, is it a place of worship? Can you see this as worship? I would just ask her. Um, she'll have an answer for you, I'm very sure. This is again very ballsy. You should have been with us yesterday. We've been dragon cuddling, and there was lots of talk about balls. Hysterical death. Oh dear. Oh dear. You know, I've talked about this before. Macarine has created such a wonderful amusement park in the what was it called? In Malabar, the Doomcha Plateau. It's the ingenuity in which Macarine used furnishings there to create amusement park devices, if that makes sense. There was a carousel. There were these machines you would throw coins in, and then you could grab stuff inside, and all kinds of very fun things. And it has gone a little bit wrong though, because it's on the darker side, but it's so wonderfully done. And also Thunderfly's diner in the Cold Harbor Surreal Estate was just brilliant. Also a little bit on the darker side. So I'm sure there will be something in that sense for sure. I mean, fall is about to, I mean, we are in spring right now, but fall will come eventually. So I'm sure that maybe, just maybe, there will be some theme around more of a darker theme. Oh, of course, it can be very funny. Also, can be very thought provoking, you know? And you can see sitting down here, relaxing a little. Enjoying the wonderful scenery, beautiful vine work here. Um, I don't think dark, I mean, some dark humor is absolutely, I mean, all fine, really. But of course, what you're saying when it is directed at someone, then it is not humor anymore, in my opinion. That's just me. And of course, I do know that a few people are very much up for some banter and having some fun and giggles. That's all right, of course. Doesn't have to be everybody's cup of tea, though. So, so cozy. And, dark, in my opinion, is something that is so important because it it can give you perspective in the sense that there cannot be light without dark. And you do need a balance of both. Yes, to both. Balance of nature and, of course, of just and the universe. And I have a pint upon this in the last stream, of course, where we went deep and I talked about things being a circle and the universe even being a circle. It's just, I'm going to give you this view from here. Look, everybody. So you can appreciate just how much landscaping has happened here. Yeah, you don't appreciate light without the shadows. It's just glaring at you then, right? And the shadows add the interesting part to something. And it's something that is apparent from this right now, because you can see that the shadows are dancing around and changing the gnarliness of the trees, changing how the foliage looks like, adding a little bit of extra and the little flickers of light dancing around the mossy stones. And of course, without the dark, without the shadows, we don't know how powerful light is. And you can, of course, try this if you've ever been to a mine, for instance, and they have turned off the lights for you in there, and you saw what darkness was or didn't see anything at all. And then you turn on one light and you see just how powerful that one is. Oh, look, everybody. Looks like this is also a druid, very self-sufficient. Taking care of all the things, using all the things. Animal skins here. And a wonderful loom. Nice idea here to add the outfit station in and add a little bit of extra. Few spools in here. Yeah, some sewing can take place here, even a little bit of color work. Wonderful, Chalomar. Here giving you this view. And yes, indeed, we are still in the Stay Moist mansion. If some of you have forgotten what it looks like, it's all right. I mean, there, the entree of the house, you can still deduce that it could be the Stay Moist mansion, but it has changed so much. The outside has been changed so much. And here, nice seating area, softly lit, with a wonderful meditation circle. Really, really wonderful idea. Covering up in such a grand job. You understand just how extensive this is, just how much went into this to cover this up. And to utilize the area with which the cover-up was done. I think I'm gonna jump down here to show you this part as well. Really, really stunning. Very nice job. It's so detailed and so loving. And here you do see the original door is still intact. And we shall have a look inside. I really remember fondly this house. I'm sure you all remember what the interior of the Stay Moist mansion looks like. And maybe your mind has been blown just now by this use of the wonderful Druidic bridge in multiple iterations, of course. A path leads us slowly into the bowels, into the heart of this wonderful house. Nice, powerful lighting here as well. Also, such a big transformation. Very powerful too. Few little lights here and there, a little bit of incense added. And maybe a little ritual that happened here. Maybe? Such powerful lighting here. Hello there, welcome Bepsy. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Just look. Isn't it glorious? Oh, so beautiful. So it's not just a transformation on the outside. Yes, it's the continuation of the Druidic Showcase for the Housefolio. The wonderful seat here amidst a glorious, beautiful blossom. Few little torch bugs here and there. Glorious foliage choices. Also nice cover up here. Nice idea. Ah. Maybe some kind of ritual is happening here from time to time. What do you guys think? Very dramatic. Very, very dramatic. And there we have a little homage to her scene. Nice colored roxies, boulders really, also from elsewhere. A true transformation of the inside, the interior of the Stamos mansion, and also the exterior. Yeah, the blue is just so powerful, right? It's so powerful. I think it's a cage that's gotten sunken into the house. One of the most powerful lights that exists in ESO. Yeah, that as well. And it's not, it's one thing to light a place and to accentuate, but it's also it shows a good designer when you know it's enough. Yeah, it must be Turk blue. With this much powerful lighting going on, it seems to me that it must be the cage. The most powerful lighting, or one of the most powerful lightings in ESO, is just grand. Also, if you've noticed, it accentuates also texture, right? So you do see all the reliefs on the wonderful stones on the walls. You do see edges, rough and smooth. You do see that the stone looks a bit sanded, rough, And then again, smooth. And also the change on the tree trunk. It's just enormous. If you turn it off, I'm sure this room would look nothing like it. If you have it lit in your house and it's just in your house and you've not sunk it in anywhere, it's just so bright. Yeah, and also knowing how far you have to sink it in until you reach the desired color choices, right? And then, of course, the dancing effect that it has on the walls just adds so much more to the house, so much more to the room. Yeah, and sometimes it's not so much burying. Sometimes you can also just lift it really far. That also works, which is kind of weird because it, you know, if physics would work or would be similar to our physics, then it would have to stick out on the outside, but it doesn't. So it's, you know, those are choices. I think, yeah, playing with, yeah, way high and out of bounds a little bit, so much so that you have the effect in the house if you're inside one, but it's not visible. Like you basically push it through the roof. The it's you can do a lot of things. You just have to try, and sometimes just use your imagination and play around with the furnishings and see what they can do. Also, I really like this play with green and blue. Really adds a lot to this piece. Really nice, and also it is you kind of see it um, already with the Druidic bridge here, because this is of course a saturated green, right? In many places can be very saturated. But there's already a bluish shimmer when you enter here, and you meander along and the green slightly changes. I just had to look where this goes, if there's anything. And then you enter here and things are bluish and there's more hues and more dancing around. And then you see green again, but it's a bit more in reverse, more blue and just green. I'm, I always have to look for things sometimes. Um, sometimes the designer doesn't plan that there is a secret room, but it's there anyways because you can drop through textures sometimes and into a place that they didn't mean to be a space. But then, of course, if you find it, then maybe they have to furnish it a little bit. The secret hiding place. And yeah, sometimes there are little hidden gems and little surprises waiting. Things that make you go giggle and be happy and smile. Yeah, or fall through on purpose. And of course, then there are builds um, that are not just, you're not just meant to fall through, but is a bit of a mm, well, the builds can be used as little mazes, if that makes sense. And that one build in the Cold Harvest real estate, that was a spaceship or a cruise ship. There was a space where you could fall down, and you're meant to fall down too, to discover the secret behind the story of the build. So yeah, it's sometimes done on purpose, and I really appreciate it, particularly when you get surprised like that. You just walk along, not thinking about anything really, and you just see a few little hints, and then, oops, you drop down. It's really fun. I love that. I shall show you the outside one more time, just a little bit from the entree. So you see, the entree is almost entirely covered, right? I mean, you can't really see where the entree is here. That's the original, right? And you enter here and you're met with this, and it's such a huge reskin outside and inside. And I shall have a look where we will go next.